down to Brighton, and that's definitely a place that could
startups.
Yeah, I mean, it would support that kind of thing for all kinds of reasons. In terms of, again, most important, it starts and finishes with the audiences. If the audiences are potentially there, then build it and they will come. Basically, if you can create what people value, then they will respond. That's my firm view. But it's a question of finding the right venue and getting that whole thing set up. Which if you don't have funding to set it up, then it is purely a commercial and entrepreneurial capitalist involvement. And if I've got the time and money, then I'd love to do it. But it's on the list of wouldn't it be great to do again.
My name is Victoria and I work for Secret Cinema, Future Shorts and Future Cinema. We are an alternative way of looking films. So the company started in 2003 about looking at ways of how the audience can be part of the cinema. And so Secret Cinema turned into, it first started with Future Shorts, which was a short film festival, and it started in a small club in London where a couple of friends just came together and they just wanted to see a film, and what was great about it is that people were experiencing it together in a unique venue. So it was not a place where you go and you sit in the cinema with your popcorn next to it and kind of their individual experience. It was a place for you to talk to other people about the things that you're watching and things like that. So from Future Shorts it turned into the next level of it. It became Future Cinema, where we launched films in a locations around London which are secret. And that's how Secret Cinema developed, where people don't know where they're going, they don't know what they're going to watch, they are told what to wear and where to meet the actors or the company, and then they go off and they experience everything from A to Z, what is actually in the film. So it's an alternative way of watching cinema. Locations very much depend on the film that we actually show. So we pick certain films and we have to make sure that the message of the film is related and very much it's delivered perfectly by the film. So for example, we did Battle of Algiers, the last production that we did, and that was based in the old Vic tunnels. And it very much matched the mood and the place of the film, because the whole film is about the French Revolution and Algerian uprising. So the whole message of the film had to be reflected within the location that we do. And obviously, once the audience come to the venue and they see the set design that we produce, then they make the whole event alive. We work with around 100 actors per production, which help us to make the message live. And once the audience match the set and they come dressed within the character, that's when the cinema comes to life. Well, I think a unique thing about Future Shorts as well as Secret Cinema is that we actually give a platform to young artists. For within the Future Shorts, it's not just a short film festival. It is a collaboration between art, between music, between literature. It's basically a collection of art coming together and being actually shown at one place at the same time. So if you're an artist who want to show your work, you are invited, and obviously it has to match the theme, and you're able to have your audience right there, kind of thing, and the artists themselves can meet the people and give them a platform, and then you never know what sort of branches goes off from there. With Secret Cinema, we've been working a lot with the installation artists who actually produce a lot of sets. So they're able to get on, we're doing a partnership with St. Martin's College and hopefully with Royal College of Art as well, where we bring in actually for St. Martin's is actually going to be a curriculum where you come in to work with us and then you actually get that as part of your degree. which I think is a great platform for young people to come in and young professionals and experience really what the action is all about and get that platform out there and get their skills and portfolios. And so we were very much welcoming new talent, emerging talent. We go to exhibitions, graduate exhibitions, see what people are out there, just to see certain aspects. And we're trying to build a large network of individuals, because it really depends on the project that we do. For example, if we're doing Battle of Chess, we were tapping into Middle Eastern artists and seeing what sort of work they produce and how we could incorporate and collaborate with them and produce different kind of aspects of their work in the live show and give them opportunity to showcase their work. So, and also for filmmakers as well, like we work with many brands such as Stella, Honda, Ford, and we're able to give them another opportunity as well to do films, and it's commissioned work, and it gives them a platform again to showcase their work out. It's many different aspects. Amazing thing about secret cinema is that it's such a new idea, such a fresh idea, and the way we're able to actually make small changes within the way people communicate, the way they relate with one another, the way they see cinema, and basically bring back that excitement to it as well. I think that's very important, because cinema is such an important medium in our culture, and just having something so unique where people actually get the excitement back is a very unique platform, and I think that's why I'm so excited to work here.
Produce from the point of view of someone creating spaces and putting things on. Being temporary means that you don't have to enter into long-term leases and rents and rates and things like that.
Practically.
Yeah, practically, commercially, viably, it's a different proposition to try and set something up, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's not a 5 or 6 figure sum of venue exploration and development and renovation and setup and leases and landlords, really. And all of that kind of heavy-duty business stuff. It's much more flexible and hit it and quit it, and if it works, do it again or do it differently elsewhere. And that's got benefits. It also is attractive as an idea for consumers or people engaging on the other side, because there's something exciting and thrilling about getting involved with something that's not going to happen again, or it's not going to happen. You can't rely on it existing. And it's also interesting in terms of cinema exhibition, because before the days of DVD or before then video, that's pretty much what cinema viewing was like. Okay, the cinemas were permanent structures, but the screenings, if you didn't see last year at Marienbad when it was out, then you didn't see it. So in a sense, it was always a kind of pop-up.
And the cinema itself started as a traveller.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's something itinerant, something temporary, something that you catch it if you can, and you've got to be plugged in and tuned in, and it's exciting. It's not something that is solid in, you won't go today, you'll go tomorrow, I forget, I'll go next week or whatever, and it has a different value. So there's something exciting about cinema exhibition or other kind of cultural things, whether it's a dance or, and it is similar to, a theatre run that is brief, or a dance show that's on, etc. Now with films it's a bit different, because, well, it's very different, because people think differently about the film as a commodity, that it doesn't, a majority of people, it doesn't matter, or it doesn't matter very much whether people see it on a large screen or small screen, or see it on release or 5 years later, or the conditions of viewing is something else. But if you've got a pop-up or a venue that says, look, this is how it will be screened, in this context, in this, it's more performative, it's more curatorial, it's programmed, it's an event, and I think people really, people definitely engage with the eventness of that. It's a special thing. It'll happen, then it'll go on. Were you there? No, I missed it, or and it is an event-driven culture that we're in.
I've seen several movies, where the same movie, I've seen it conventional and then an outdoor, and it does change the feel of the movie. A comedy definitely, for me, works more in an enclosed kind of stand-up, an enclosed arena, where a drama period piece, the one I've seen one in non-speaky with the orchestra, completely changes the atmosphere where you have a live orchestra outside playing than it would in a movie in a cinema with the soundtrack. So you do get a lot more of the movie, of maybe the same movie, but you get something different out of the two movies.